which ratio it is divided, we know. Okay, like here m1 and m2 are the ratio. Okay, and point A is the coordinates of point A is x1 y1, coordinate of point B is x2 y2. Then the coordinates of the point P, which is dividing the line in the ratio m1 is to m2, is given as m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, and the coordinate of y is given by m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. Okay, now when the point is dividing the line in from internally, okay, you can see in the figure the point P lies inside AB. Okay, but if this point P lies outside this AB, then instead of this plus sign it will be minus sign. Okay, instead of this, in this you can see a figure, so it will be minus sign. Okay, the coordinate of point P, you can see here. Okay, so this is minus sign. Now we were doing questions here. Okay, now the first different types of problem based on section formula. Okay, the first problem that we have solved on section formula to check the points are collinear or not. Okay, collinearity, I think we have seen many times. What do we mean by collinearity? Collinearity means if the points lie in the same line. Okay, means there is no zigzag, all the points will lie in the same line. Okay, then the points are called collinear. Okay, the condition to be collinear is that the minimum of 3 points should be there. Okay, the 2 points will always be collinear, so minimum of 3 points is required. Okay, now you see here how you are going to check from section formula that the points are collinear or not. Okay, so for that, what we are going to do using section formula, show that the points A, B, and C are collinear. Okay, you have to show that all these 3 points are collinear. Okay, I have already explained this in the previous class, but I think Shajan was there, so I'm explaining here. Okay, so what we are going to do, first of all, we are going to assume the ratio, because you see here ratio is also not given. Okay, ratio is not given, but the point which is dividing the line segment, that is given. Okay, that is C. Okay, you can see the value of A is minus 3 comma minus 1, value of C is minus 1 comma 1, and value of B is 1 comma 3. Okay, so in this scenario, what we are going to do, we are going to assume the ratio in which the line is divided by the point C in k is to 1 ratio. Okay, Safia, understood till here? How you are going to? Yes, Safia?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay, so it is divided in the ratio case to 1. Now we are going to apply the section formula. What was the section formula? So the value of C will be equal to, I'll use different color. Value of C will be equal to, not value of C, actually the value of minus 1 comma 1. Okay, the xy. Okay, so here also it will be xy and it will be k plus 1. Okay, I will write the section formula first. Okay, because the values are already given. So I will write the section formula here. M1 plus M2. Okay, m1 x2 plus m2 x1. Okay, and similarly you will be having the y coordinate, m1 y2 plus m2 y1. Okay, understood? Now in this formula only we have put the values. If you see here, okay, okay, we have put the values. Now here the m1 is equal to, we are assuming that the ratio, so m1 is equal to k and m2 we are taking as 1 because we are taking k is to 1. So m1 is to m2. Okay, so k is to 1 we are taking. So therefore, if you write down the from C, okay, xy value you will write. So you'll get what? M1 is k, x2 value, the value of b is what? 1. So k into 1 will be k minus, it actually it is plus here. Okay, minus because of the sign of the your x1. Okay, so m2 is 1 and x1 value is minus 1. So 1 into minus 1 will be minus, sorry. So 1 into minus 3 will be minus 3. So k minus 3, and denominator it will be m1 plus m2. So k plus 1. Okay. Now similarly for the y coordinate, okay, m1 that is k, y2 value is 3, so 3k. Now, and m2 value is 1 and y2 value is minus 1. So 1 into minus 1 will give you minus 1, and denominator m1 plus m2. So k plus 1. Now we have got this value. Okay, we are missing with k, but we know what is the coordinate of C value. Okay, coordinate C value, the coordinate we already know. Okay, and from section formula we have find out what will be the coordinate of C point, the x and y. So what we are going to do, we are going to equate the x with the x coordinate and the y with the y. When I was teaching a coordinate, or you have studied in class 11, then you must have seen that if x comma y is equal to 5 comma 6, so the first one will represent x, second one will be representing y. So x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6. The same thing we have done here. Okay. So here you see we have compared the x coordinate with the x. So we'll get the value of k as 1. Okay. Now we are checking the collinearity of the points. So how we will check the collinearity? What you are going to do? You are going to get the value of k when you are comparing the coefficient of x, and then again you will compare the coefficient, not coefficient, sorry. Again you will compare the values of y coordinate. Okay, and then again you will get the value of k for the second one. Okay, this is for the x when you are comparing the x values and when you're comparing the y values. And if the value of k is same, okay, if the value of k is same, here you can see k is equal to 1, k is equal to 1, then the points are collinear. If you're getting 2 and 2, then, okay, so both k values should be same when you're comparing x coordinate and when you're comparing y coordinate. If the values are same, that means the points are collinear. And if they are not same, that means the points are not collinear. Okay, and here the ratio is also 1:1. That means C is dividing in the at the midpoint. Okay. Now, second problem. Okay, problem based on finding the section ratio and section point. Now, what do you mean by section ratio and section point? Okay, for example, you see here. Okay, first I will read it and then I'll tell you. Okay, sometimes end point of a line segment and an axis or a line which divides the line segment is given, and we have to find section ratio and section point both. Okay, so what do you understand here? What type of problems I will come here? Okay, so for example, this is your AB. Okay, and now one line is actually dividing it. Okay, this line segment is going to divide it. So this is your section point. See here. It's written here, an end point of a line segment and an axis or a line which divides this line segment is given, and we have to find section ratio and section point. Okay, so this is your section point. Okay, and section ratio means M1, M2 you have to find out. Okay, now this line which is dividing this AB, okay, in some ratio, it can be x-axis, it can be y-axis, or any type of line can be there. Okay, now in this question, I think it is y-axis. Now read the question, you'll better understand with the help of a question. Okay, now see, find the ratio. I'll just copy the question. Okay. Okay, now you see here, what is the question given here? Find the ratio in which the y-axis divides the line segment. Okay, now here y-axis is dividing the line segment. Okay, here axis is used, not the line. Okay, y-axis divides the line segment joining the points 5, -6, okay, and -4, -1, -4. Okay, so this is your A point here, 5, -6, okay, and -1, -4, okay, and the line segment here you can see a P point. Okay, this is dividing the your line AB. Okay, now we have to find the point of intersection. Okay, that means we have to find out the value of P. Okay, now how can we solve these types of problems? First of all, we are going to let that this point P is dividing the line segment in ratio k:1. Okay, let y-axis divide segment in the ratio k:1. Okay, at P. Okay, so at point P, this y-axis is dividing the line segment AB in k:1 ratio. Okay, now with the help of section formula, you can find out the value of P. Okay, section formula, P is equal to, now with P you are going to write the values. So we have assumed the ratio is k:1. So now k multiplied by x2. Okay, minus k plus 5. Okay, we are going to multiply it. Okay, -4k -6. Okay, you can assume it as 1. Okay, so we have got the value of p as minus k plus 5 by x plus 1. This is the value of x, and the value of y is minus 4k minus 6 by x plus 1. Okay, now if the point p lie on the y-axis, so that means what? The abscissa is 0, point p on y-axis, therefore x is equal to 0. Okay, the x value will be 0 because the point is lying on the y-axis. Okay, and if a point lies on x-axis, the y will be 0. Okay, so we know that the value of the x will be 0. So here p can be written as 0 comma y. Okay, so now we are going to compare the coefficient of x with the coefficient, I'm saying the value of x, the coordinate of x with the x. Okay, so what we will get? Minus k plus 5 upon x plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so that implies what? We are going to cross multiply, and we are going to get x plus 5 is equal to 0, which implies that k is equal to 5. Yes, so we have got the ratio as k is to 1. Okay, now we are going to put it in this in first. Yes, okay. Value of k in first we'll get. Okay, then we will get the value. So p is equal to, now if you are going to put the value of k, so minus 5 plus 5 upon 5 plus 1. And then what is the minus 4k? Minus 4 into 5 minus 6 upon 5 plus 1. Okay. So now if you are going to solve it, so this value will be 0. Okay. And minus 20 minus 6 upon 6. Yes. So it will be 26. 0 comma 20 minus 26 upon 6 we will get. Okay. Now you can just simplify more. 0 comma minus 13 comma 3. Okay. So this is the coordinate of point P. Understood? Rudroni and Safia? Any doubt? No. So we have got the value of P point. Okay. Understood? Now, the third type of problem that you can find here, problem based on finding the unknown vertex of the geometrical figure. Okay. Now, some geometrical figure is will be given in your question, and you have to find out some missing values. Okay, in that. For example, if you see question number 5, if the points A, that is the value of A are A, B, C, D, okay, are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, then find the value of P. Okay, now these are the vertices of a parallelogram, and you have to find the value of P. You can see in the D point, instead of writing the x coordinate value, a P is written, and we have to find out the value of this P. Now we already know the parallelogram diagonals bisect each other. Okay, since the parallelogram diagonals bisect each other, so we have already got the value. Okay, so from midpoint, okay, we can find out the midpoint of both the diagonals. Okay, we are going to find out that I'll write it A, B, C, D. Okay, what is the value of A? 9,4. Okay, now we are going to find out the midpoint. Okay, for both the lines, and then we are going to compare. Okay, because the midpoint of this line will be same, they are bisecting, so bisecting means both will be joining at the midpoint. So for midpoint, if any point is dividing the line segment in the ratio 1:1, that means it is a so what is the value? X2 plus X1 upon 2. Okay, Y2 plus Y1 upon 2. Okay, from section formula only, because here k value, the ratio m1 is 1 and m2 is also 1. Okay, as it is a midpoint. Okay, so you will get this formula. Okay, so according to this, if you see the midpoint of AC, okay, first we are going to find out the midpoint of AC, and that will be equated to the midpoint of BD. Okay, understood? Now, if we are going to write it here, space I will be. Okay, so what it will be? It will find out the midpoint of AC. So it will be 6 plus 9 upon 2, comma 1 plus 4 upon 2 will be equal to 8 plus P upon 2, comma 3 plus 2 upon 2. Okay, so we are going to compare the x1 because we need the value of P only. Okay, but you can write here 15 by 2 and 5 by 2 is equal to 8 plus P by 2, comma 5 by 2. Okay, so we are going to compare this. The 8 plus P by 2 is equal to 15 by 2. Okay, you have to write here on equating x coordinates. Okay, so according to this, what we will get? 2 will be cancelled. 15 is equal 8 plus p is equal to 15. So which implies p value will be what? 15 minus 8, which will give you p is equal to 7. Okay, so we have got the value p as 7. Understood? Any doubt? Dunya Safiya? Okay, so you have to remember some of the properties of your shapes. Okay. Okay. Now it's question number 6 here. Find the coordinates of point A. Okay. Okay. Now find the coordinates of point A where AB is the diameter of a circle whose center is 3, minus 4 and B is okay. So since the diameter, that means it is a circle, diameter of a circle. Okay. Now what are the points that we are having? That is point A, B. Okay, because AB is the diameter and C is the midpoint. Okay. So value of C is given 3 minus 4 and B 1, 4, and we are assuming that the coordinates of A are A, B. You can also assume X, Y. It's better that I write X, Y. Okay. Now C is the midpoint. Okay. So that means value of C will be equal to A plus, if I'm writing the section formula for midpoint, so it will be x2 plus x1 upon 2, y2 plus y1 upon 2. Okay. So C will be equal to, it will be what? 1 plus x upon 2, 4 plus y upon 2. Okay. Understood? Now we have got the value of C already. So it will be 3, minus 4 is equal to 1 plus x upon 2, 4 plus y upon 2. Okay. Understood? Now we are going to compare both the values. Okay. So 3 will be equal to 1 plus x by 2, which will imply that x will be equal to what? 2, 3, 6 minus 1, that will be 5. Okay. And y will be minus 4 is equal to 4 plus y upon 2. 2, 4, 8 minus 4. That means y is equal to minus 12. Okay. So we have got the value of A as 5, minus 12. Understood? How these problems are done? Any doubt in any of the problem? No. Rudronia, do you have any doubt?
3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Problems based on finding points of trisection. Now here the same thing will be applied if it is trisection, if there are 4 sections in that also. Okay. Now understand the concept when the points are okay. When you see here, when there is a line, okay, AB, okay, and it is divided by a single line, okay, at the midpoint, okay, because same sections are there, okay, same sections, that is the midpoint, okay. So the ratio is 1:1, okay. Yes. Okay. Now if I'm having a line again AB, now at this time I am dividing the line into 3 sections, okay, and all the 3 sections are equal, okay. 3 sections are equal, okay. So EQ, that means this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, okay. So if I see that the point P will divide the line section segment into which ratio? 1:2, okay. This portion is 1, and the after this P till B there are 2 portions are included, okay. So 1:2, and if I see for Q, it will be 2:1. Okay. Understood this concept? For example, if you're taking X also, so what will be there? If you're taking X or any value A, B, C, so it will be X and it will be 2X. Okay. So X will be cancelled, 1:2 will remain. Okay. So the ratio is similarly, you can have a line segment that is divided into 4 points. P, Q, R. So all will be 1, 1, 1. Okay, equal segment if I am going. Okay, and remember this equal segment. So this, if I see for point P, so it divides that into 1:3. Okay, if I see for Q, it will be 1:1. Okay, because 2 sections are here, 2 sections are here also. So 2:2, again it will be cancelled and you get 1:1. So it is a midpoint actually. Okay, now R, so it will be 3:1. Okay. Similarly, for so many sections you can do. Okay, understood? Now, same type of questions we are having here. Okay, so this I have understood. Go through the section. Okay, if you have doubt, you may ask tomorrow. Okay, now problem based on this. This I have already explained just now. Okay, now find the coordinates of the point of trisection of the line segment joining 2, -3 and 4, -1. Okay, so you are having a line segment. 2, 4, minus. Okay, so this is a line segment. The A point is represented by 2, -3, and B point is 4, -1. Okay, and we are having trisections. Okay, trisection means 2 points will be here. 3 into 3 section will be divided. Okay, ST. Okay, we have taken ST. So therefore, S will divide the line in the ratio. Ratio 1:3. T will divide them.
ऐसे कैसे होगा? गोल करना करे ना ऐसे गोल करो.
3:1. Okay,
जहाँ से उठा के ठीक से करो गोल.
S जो है 1:3 में डिवाइड करेगा, T जो है 3:1 में डिवाइड करेगा. Okay, you have to remember this. Okay, now we are going to apply the section formula.
गोल करो, गोल करो. और.
Okay, now from section formula, we know the section formula, that is M2x1 plus M1 next. Okay, understood? Now for S you will be applying, and for T you will be applying. For both the questions you have, for both the points you are going to apply. Okay, now just go through this question and try to solve. Okay, I'm giving you 2 minutes. Okay, and then I will be telling you. Try it, Safi and Rudronia.
Yes, ma'am, I got for the point S.
S is what?
S will be the abscissa will be 8/3 and the ordinate will be -5/3.
Abscissa is 8/3, you got correct, but I think ordinate you check, it is 7/3. Okay, see here, we have got 7/3. And for value of T, it is 10/3 and -5/3. Okay, so understood this question? Okay, I'll just do it also once. Okay, so S value x, y will be written here.
Can you show the formula that you have written?
Yeah, okay. You have to learn this formula.
I think you wrote it wrong, like the second part of it.
Y2. Oh, x1 I have written, sorry. It is not x1, it is m1. Okay? It is m1. We are talking about the ratio now. It is m1 and m2. Okay? So, ratio was 1:3. Okay? So, accordingly, we are going to write. Okay? So, it will be, it will be 4 plus 4 upon 3. Okay? -1, -6/3. Okay? Again, we multiply and check. Okay? So, then we will get x, y. Sx, y is equal to S, what? 8/3. Okay? -7/3. Okay? So, this is for your S point. And for T point, if you will go, okay? For T point, again, T, x, y will be equal to, what is the value? 3 and 4. And it is the ratio is 3:1. Okay? So, it will be 8 plus 2 upon 3 minus 2, -3/3. Okay? So, T, x, y is equal to T, 10, 3, -5, 3. Okay? Understood? So I think now, and you have to remember the formula, section formula. Okay, that is important. Okay, some formulas are there. You have to remember distance formula, section formula, and next topic you will be having here area of triangle. Okay, there also you will be having a formula. With the, since it is coordinate geometry, so with the help of the points, if the points are given, so how you are going to solve them. Okay. Now, any doubt in the section formula? Just go through that section formula, because when I in the last class I explained about the section formula in detail, and you will not there. Okay, so just go through that video. Okay, and all these problems are based on section formula only. Okay, and in the next class we am going to start the area of triangle. Okay, main formula is there here. You can see here. This is the main formula. I'll explain the formula, and then we will be having some questions based on this. Okay. Any doubt in today's class in section formula?
No, ma'am.
Okay then. Bye bye.